Right now, we have the latest on a fatal crash we've been following all morning, including how the mayor is responding. Also, powerful testimony this morning on Capitol Hill as lawmakers are still at a standstill on possible gun control measures. This is News 3 Now at noon. One person is dead, another is in jail after a crash involving a car and a bicycle early this morning on Madison's west side. The crash happened in the area of Mineral Point Road and High Point Road just after 4 this morning. Police say a man in his early 30s was on the bike and died of his injuries. A woman who was driving the car was arrested on possible charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. The fatal crash comes as the city of Madison marks the start of Bike Week. Mayor Satya Rose Conway addresses the crash earlier this morning.
The city of Madison and myself personally are committed to eliminating serious and fatal crashes on our streets through our Vision Zero initiative. We're committed to making streets safer for bikers.
The mayor and other city officials say they are continuing to work to make Madison streets safer for bicyclists and pedestrians, funding more than 50 projects so far this year. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Nice to see the sunshine.
I know, right? It seems like we don't get a whole lot of it lately, but we are going to start to see much more of it as we continue throughout the afternoon. We are still seeing some clouds, however, but those will break up even more so as we continue throughout the rest of today. Now, as we look ahead, this is what we're going to be expecting for us. Temperatures will be relatively mild, but still pleasant for us. Not a whole lot of humidity, even though we will feel a bit of some moisture for us. Not a whole lot of it, and we are going to see those skies open up even more so as we head into the early evening, but expect those clouds to return as we get into tonight. We'll talk about that in a few moments, but as of right now, here's temperatures in southern Wisconsin. 70 in Janesville with 71 in Platteville, 67 degrees for us here in Madison. So the cooler areas just into the northeast, but we're still going to be seeing those temperatures just top out into those lower 70s. Dew points, as I mentioned, aren't too high, but they are noticeable. We are looking at just a bit of some saturation in our atmospheres. We're into around 56 degrees here in Madison, but a bit more of that moisture is into the southwest near Platteville, Crawford, and Grant counties. Now, as we take a look, though, in terms of that cloud cover, we are still looking at some broken clouds in our skies for us, and those will start to clear up as we continue throughout the rest of today. But at least for right now, we're looking at dry conditions, but that is all going to change again as we go into tonight. Mark, we'll take a look at that and time that out in just a few moments.
All right, we'll check back. Thanks, Julian. Wisconsin's Supreme Court says the state health department has the power to release data on COVID outbreaks at businesses. The case has been working its way through the courts since the start of the pandemic in 2020, when business lobbyists wanted to block records requested by media outlets. They had argued the information would harm businesses that were named, but in a 4-3 ruling released this morning, the state's highest court ruled the lobbying group did not have the right to try to block the release of the records before the request was made. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is continuing to investigate the murder of a retired judge. Authorities have not provided an update on the status of 56-year-old Douglas Udy, who they say shot himself after killing former Juno County Judge John Romer last week. Udy was in critical condition over the weekend. In the meantime, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul says the murder is part of a troubling trend.
There's been a troubling rise in violent rhetoric with respect to public officials, with respect to threats that are being made towards public officials. There's been a lot of calls to criminalize what is normal political activity. And I think it's very important for everybody, but particularly for elected officials, for people who are in the public eye, to make sure that the rhetoric they're using is consistent with what they're facing.
There's much we still don't know about what happened, including how Udy got a gun as a convicted felon. Kaul says everyone on the suspect's target list has been notified. Madison police are investigating after multiple calls of gunshots on the city's north side overnight. It happened around 2 this morning on Moose Trail near Highway 113. Multiple callers reported hearing 4 to 5 gunshots in the area. Police found no damage done from the shooting, but are still considering it an active investigation. If you know anything, you're asked to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers. Lawmakers continue to struggle to find a compromise on gun reform legislation, and now the government is warning that the threat of more domestic attacks is on the rise. Skylar Henry has more from the Capitol.
We're more than hurt. We're angry. Garnell Whitfield Jr., who lost his mother in the Buffalo supermarket shooting, called on lawmakers to recognize the threat of violence posed by white supremacists.
My mother's life mattered. My mother's life mattered. And your actions here today will tell us how much it matters to you.
The Department of Homeland Security issued a new bulletin Tuesday, warning of copycat attacks in the wake of the shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde.
We have volatile capabilities, those are the weapons you're talking about, now combined with volatile ideas and beliefs in the mainstream. That's a deadly cocktail that promises more violence going forward.
A small bipartisan group of senators has been working to see if there's some kind of compromise that can be reached, but the process has been slow going.
Both sides are involved, and people in good faith trying to get a solution, and something that actually would prevent what has happened in these last couple of horrific incidents.
Senate negotiators appear to be focusing on helping states enact or improve red flag laws, which allow courts to seize guns from anyone deemed dangerous, as well as new mental health measures and increased school safety funding.
Now is the time to come together, be responsible. Democrats, Republicans, everyone.
Former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, who was shot in the head during a constituent event in 2011, called on lawmakers to be courageous and to take action on new gun legislation. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Well, the national average for a gallon of regular gas continues to creep closer to $5 a gallon. The latest numbers from AAA show the national average is up to $4.91 a gallon as of this morning. Wisconsin's state average is a few cents lower at $4.89 per gallon. That's almost 9 cents higher than it was yesterday. The lowest prices are in western Wisconsin with an average of $4.35 a gallon in La Crosse County, but prices are as high as $5.18 per gallon in Milwaukee County. Here in Dane County, we're averaging $4.81 per gallon. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, including the latest on the future of Kohl's department stores and today's latest business headlines.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. Call today for a free inspection.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
Everything's so expensive, it's stretching our family thin. It never used to be like this. It's tougher on us to make ends meet because America's too dependent on China, and Ron Johnson's making it worse. He voted against cracking down on China with tougher trade deals and voted for tax breaks to corporations shipping jobs overseas, and even refused to punish China when it manipulates its currency. And Ron Johnson even defended shipping American jobs overseas. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, get family-sized Kellogg's cereal, only $2.99. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.99. Gatorade 8-packs, only $3.99. And Dole iceberg lettuce, only 88 cents. Tuesday only. For more ways to save on hundreds of items every day at Hy-Vee, check out our monthly catalog, our weekly ad, and scan the QR code to visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. Schedule a cleaning today.
That it is rolling out an updated operating system for the iPhone. At its virtually held annual developers conference, the company says iOS 16 will let people edit or unsend iMessages. The tech giant also promises the new software will enhance the Wallet app and include a safety feature for domestic violence victims. Apple also unveiled updated operating systems for Macs, iPads, and Apple Watches. It also took the wraps off a couple new MacBooks. President Biden is ordering emergency measures to ease supply chain issues for American solar manufacturers. The president invoked the Wartime Defense Production Act. He also declared a 2-year exemption on tariffs on solar panels and parts from Southeastern Asia. And Christie's says this more than 3-century-old Stradivarius violin could fetch up to $11 million at auction next month. It dates back to 1679 and is engraved with diamonds. Christie's says Stradivari embellished only about a dozen of the roughly 1,100 instruments that he crafted. And that is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
Wisconsin-based department store Kohl's says it's in negotiations to sell. The proposed deal with a retail holding company franchise group would be for $60 per share. That price tag would value Kohl's at roughly $8 billion. Kohl's shares closed Monday at $42.12, giving the retailer a market value of about $5.4 billion. And speaking of stocks, here are the numbers on Wall Street at noon. The Dow Industrials up 97 points. The Nasdaq up 40. The S&P 500 up about 12.5. Taking a look outside, there's a lot more sun than there was at this time yesterday, but it won't be sticking around for long. Julian's in next to track the next chances of rain. Stay with us.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Keep your basement dry with help from Menards, plus save 11% on everything. Barracuda sump and utility pumps are powerful, dependable, energy efficient, and built to last. Move water quickly with a Barracuda pump. Get 11% off all sump and utility pumps. Keep cool this summer with Medea's first ever U-shaped window air conditioner. You can open or close your window while the unit is installed. Save 11% on all air conditioners right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes one pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep. We do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Let the design team at Waunakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Shopping local is a great way to help businesses thrive where you live. Tomorrow is 608 Day, and we're finding hot deals that'll make it worth your while.
And could the next rain chance impact your morning commute? I'm tracking the showers tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
We're hitting the greens for the Geo's Garden Golf Classic. Join News 3 Now June 13th at Hawks Landing Golf Course. Proceeds help bring vital respite services to area special needs families. Register now at geosgarden.org.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is out of the radio barn today. She and her team are at the Wisconsin Farm Technology Media Day in Loyal, so they couldn't provide today's farm numbers either. So we'll be back to normal tomorrow with a full report on what she saw up in Loyal. Well, how's this for a unique wine tasting? American visitors to northern Spain are sipping on samples pulled from the deep. Ian Lee has the story from London.
There's sunken treasure in these waters, put there on purpose. Yes, dive deep below the surface off the Spanish coast, and you'll discover wine.
We are very proud of that.
Borja Saracho got the idea from wine discovered in old shipwrecks. Now his one-of-a-kind winery ages thousands of bottles under the sea. White wines are submerged for around 6 months, while reds for about a year. The flow of a nearby river helps keep temperatures cool in this dark corner of the Atlantic. Salty waters help produce some unusual flavors and colors too.
The red wines turns to a more violet color, and the white wines turns to a more green color.
Researchers found the wine is chemically different to that aged on land.
The taste is just absolutely unique. It's not sweet, but at the same time, it's not bitter.
Alan and his family from Florida are in Spain for a bit of sun, sea, and sunken sampling.
You will never tour another vineyard underwater. You'll never be able to go out on a boat ride at a winery.
While toasting this taste of the sea. Ian Lee, CBS News.
And it turns out the fish like the winery, too. The cages of wine create an artificial reef where marine biologists monitor more than 100 fish and plant species. Interesting. Julian's in here now with another look at our forecast is what I'm trying to say. Help me out here, Julian.
That's fine. And as we get into the rest of our afternoon, just notes, folks, as we see outside here on the western side of Madison, well, we are looking at some clouds, but we do have some breaks in that when the sun is starting to peer its way through. We're not looking for the overcast that we had yesterday, but we will start to see more openings as we get into the later part of today. But as of right now, it's mostly cloudy skies for us, but temperatures are relatively cool, around 67 degrees for us right now, but we are still feeling just a little bit of that humidity, just not a whole lot. It's still relatively pleasant as we're getting in throughout the rest of this afternoon. Temperatures in southern Wisconsin is cooler into the north, but a little bit milder towards the south. With 70 degrees in Janesville, 71 into Platteville, and our friends over towards Prairie du Chien, we're looking at 72 degrees for us as of right now. But again, the dew points are still relatively comfortable for us. As long as we're not hitting into above 60 degrees for us, we're not going to be looking at too much of that sticky, mucky type of weather for us. Now, as we get in throughout the rest of what we're expecting, it's going to be dry for us today. However, friends into central Wisconsin may see a quick pop-up shower. We're not going to be looking at action for us until we get into tonight. And as I mentioned, going in throughout the rest of our evening, we will start to see the clearing up of our skies with sunshine and temperatures around the lower 70s. And then going into tonight, we're going to be cooling out, but much of that cloud cover is going to be rolling itself in. Now, as that cold front has swept its way through the upper Midwest, it's brought temperatures back down to really feeling pleasant as we are holding into those 60s. But what we're going to be watching for is this low pressure, which is over into the Great Plains, bringing in storms into Nebraska as of right now. And it's going to continue to track its way into the upper Midwest, which will be granting us some rain chances overnight. And that could be impacting our morning commute. So let's talk about that, because this evening it's going to be sunny. We're looking at plenty of that mild temperatures into those 70s. It's going to feel pretty good. As we get into tonight's, cloud cover will start to develop, and early overnights we'll start to see some showers roll in as well. And then as we get into around 7 o'clock, as we're starting to head out the door, well, folks, we're going to start to see much more clusters of some showers and even thunderstorms starting to impact much of us here in southern Wisconsin. Especially by the time we get into around 9 o'clock, we're looking at it to be even more organized as we're looking at lines of storms to start to sweep their way through southern Wisconsin. By the time we get into lunchtime, we could still see some stray showers, but the thunderstorms themselves look to move themselves out. And as we get into the rest of our Wednesday evening, well, we're looking for more quiet conditions for us. Temperatures will be relatively cool, but we are going to be seeing much more quiet activity, even though we could see a stray shower or storm north of the Dells starting to sweep its way through at a southeasterly track that could be bringing in some rain to our friends towards the east. But for us, we could be seeing some significant rainfall totals once again, close to about an inch from all the rain we saw over the last couple of days. But as of right now, we're looking at another system that could be bringing in some more significant rainfall for us. But aside from that, over the next few days, this is what we're going to be seeing. Still, a back-and-forth forecast for us. As we're going to be looking at tomorrow to be the wet one. It's going to be onto the dry end again going into Thursday. Friday could have a chance of seeing some more showers or even thunderstorms, and even a chance of rain going into our Saturday. But for the most part this weekend, we're going to be seeing more sunshine and mild temperatures more than we'll be seeing rain, which will be the good thing. So we just need to get out of the back-and-forth forecast that we're seeing for the next 3 days, Mark.
Summer's easing in, slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, but I'm fine with the slow race right now because I'm enjoying these 70s.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julian. Howard's in the Mr. Food kitchen now with a twist on an Italian favorite.
As the weather gets warmer, many of us are looking to lighten up dinner. Sure, we can serve a main dish salad or go with something that supports Meatless Mondays. Both are good options. But what do you say we make a meaty, overstuffed portobello mushroom that's so tasty, there's a pretty good chance you'll end up serving it year-round. We start by brushing both sides of some portobello mushrooms with a homemade garlic butter before popping them in the oven. And if you're not familiar with portobello mushrooms, they're the really big mushrooms we find at our market, and when they're cooked, they almost taste like a steak. Once tender, we top them with slices of tomato and fresh mozzarella, and back into the oven they go, just long enough for the cheese to melt. When they come out, we drizzle them with a balsamic glaze, grind on some fresh pepper, and finish them off with a bit of fresh basil. What makes these so good is the combo of the meaty steak-like mushrooms, the way the tomatoes and the cheese complement each other, and the sweet and tangy punch we get from the balsamic glaze. To get the recipe, all you have to do is head over to our website and type in Caprese Stuffed Portobellos. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a summertime favorite way. What are you doing there? For you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And next at noon, Angie Edge from the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin will show us how to add some local flavor to your cheese board. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Fry Construction is celebrating 27 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 27%. That's right, 27%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 27% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
People have a lot of good things to say about Hupy and Abraham.
I would absolutely 100% recommend Hupy and Abraham. They will take care of everything, and you'll be glad you did.
When you're seriously injured in an accident, call a powerful law firm and find out what your case may really be worth.
We won our case. It was much more than we had anticipated.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
At McGann Furniture in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. And remember, at McGann, we don't raise our prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
When President Trump called for a southern border wall, I didn't just agree. I built him a prototype.
Tim Michaels, endorsed by President Trump.
Now, instead of building the wall, Joe Biden's rolling out the red carpet for illegal immigrants. Totally, completely, utterly incompetent.
Conservative Tim Michaels, endorsed by President Trump.
For illegals, no driver's license, no benefits, no tuition. There's nothing racist about enforcing our laws. And when I'm governor, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
welcome back. Angie Edge from Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin joins us on this June Dairy Month.
Yeah, happy National Dairy Month.
Absolutely, and you got a cheese plate here with a bunch of stuff, and we're going to eat some flowers.
Yeah, so not only is cheese amazing to eat, but also it's some edible flowers. So what I'm featuring today is a colorful floral cheese board featuring 3 of our Wisconsin cheeses. And of course, Wisconsin is America's dairyland and the #1 cheese state, so the possibilities are endless. So really have some fun when you're creating your cheese board. And I chose 3 local favorites today. So you'll see over on this side, we have the Tall Grass Reserve, Landmark Creamery.
This one
Yep,
here?
you can try that one if you'd like. That one's
Twist my arm.
Landmark is in Peoli, and this is pasture-grazed cow's milk cheese made in small batches. So it's an Alpine style, very delicious. You can taste the intensity, and they're really looking to expand some of their cheese making in Peoli. So we're really excited about that one.
That is exciting.
This one is one of the most awarded cheeses in Wisconsin, so you got to keep trying here, Mark. You've probably heard of the Pleasant Ridge Reserve made over in Dodgeville. This won Best of Show at the American Cheese Society and the United States Cheese Society. So this one has a lot of awards, but also is only made during the summer months when that cow's milk is at its freshest. So a lot of great flavors in that one as well. And then I'm sure you've heard of the Hooks Cheddar made over in Mineral Point. You can buy the Hooks Cheddar up to 20 years in age. So this is the 1-year age cheddar. Again, really nutty. Cheddar is one of the favorites here in Wisconsin.
And the older it is, the drier
yes,
it is.
the drier. You can see those crystals that form, and it just really intensifies with flavor. So then you can have some fun. We do recommend cutting it in different shapes, triangles, wedges. You can see these are in accordion shapes. And then have some fun with some, you know, we have fresh cherries, grapes, dried apricots. There's different types of salami and different colors. And then at the end, you can add some of the edible flowers. So we have some marigolds, pansies, violas, and just go to your local greenhouse and ask which flowers are edible, and you can kind of decorate your cheese tray. You can eat them too. That's what they say.
A marigold?
Probably not in a, you know, don't eat the whole bush, but you can eat a few of them here and there with your cheese.
Tastes like a marigold.
So it's the colorful floral cheese board, and a great way to celebrate National Dairy Month and our Wisconsin dairy farmers.
And there's 600 different cheeses made
600 different cheeses by over 100 different producers.
So you could vary this up any way you want.
Just have some fun, but we're always looking to add new things and new ways to really, you know, show accompaniments with your cheeses. So colorful berries, flowers, you name it.
And check out a farm breakfast this month?
Yeah, there's one this weekend, the Dane County Farm Breakfast, but they're all around the state. So over 60 events on farms this month.
And
so,
they're all on the
Yep,
website?
they're all on WisconsinDairy.com.
WisconsinDairy.com. And the recipes here?
Yep, on WisconsinCheese.com.
Looks great. Very colorful.
You.
Happy Dairy Month.
Yes.
All right, Ange, here's Julian. One final check of the forecast.
We gotta love that colorful cheese board, and we're gonna be looking at colors here in our skies as well. Pretty blue will be opening up more throughout the rest of today as we get those clouds starting to clear up for us, continuing throughout the afternoon. But then, folks, we're gonna be looking at a soggy day heading into our Wednesday, but it will be starting to clear and dry back up getting into our Wednesday afternoon, and then we're looking at dry conditions again for our Thursday. But expect some more chances of rain for Friday, but the weekend is shaping up to be gorgeous as we're looking at those middle 70s. Not a whole lot in terms of rain chances for us, but that's one thing that we are going to be seeing to be quite wonderful for this weekend before the summer heat returns going into next week, Mark.
And what's the average high this time of year?
The average high around this time of year is 79 degrees for us, so we're just a little bit below the average for us, but then we're going to jump right past it going into next week.
And the drought situation?
We're actually not too bad right now. We're about moderate, so it's not too bad.
So a little more rain will help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it on a Wednesday, get it out of the way.
Exactly.
All right, Julian, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.